Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Computer Applications online at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do in this video is, this is part 3 of 3 videos that cover Word Module 1. And so if you haven't already watched videos 1 or parts 1 and 2 of this video, go ahead and watch those first. At this point, we have created the flyer, typed all the text, and we formatted it. And so now in this last part of the demonstration video, we're going to I'm going to show you how to insert the picture into the flyer, how to format the picture, and then we're going to add a page border and a couple of other little minor changes to the flyer before we're ready to save it for the final time and upload it into my Ozarka. Alright, so we need to insert the picture, but right now we don't have a picture to insert, so that's what we need to do first. The picture that we need for this flyer is in my Ozarka. So you're going to go to my Ozarka, log into my Ozarka, and you're going to go to this course, which is CPSI 1003 Section 90, and then go to the Activities page by clicking on the Activities link on the left-hand side of the page. Under Week 2 on the Activities page, you're going to click on the Word Module 1 link. Alright, and then scroll down a little bit, and then under the Resources heading, you'll see the link to the picture file that we need. It's called Support WD1 Washing Hands. Alright, you're going to right-click on that link, and when you right-click, you're going to see a shortcut menu that is going to have a command called Save Link As. On your computer, it may be Save Target As, Save File As. No matter what it is, just find the command that has Save As in it and click on that. Okay, and then you'll have a Save As dialog box open, and in the file name box down here at the bottom, you're going to type in the name of the picture file, which is support underscore WD underscore 1 underscore washing hands. Okay, once you get that typed in, you're going to navigate to the folder where you want to save your work for this class. And if you haven't already done so, you'll need to create a folder on your computer for all the work that you're going to do in this class this semester. Alright, on my particular computer, I created a folder called CPSI 1003, and then I created a folder for each program that we're going to be working through this semester. And one of those, of course, is Word. We also have a folder for PowerPoint, Excel, and Access. So if you haven't already created these folders on your computer, you'll want to do so so that you can have a central location where you are saving all your files for this class so that you're able to find them easily when you get ready to upload them. Alright, so I'm going to save this in my Word folder, and once we've got that saved, we can switch back to our Word document. Alright, and first thing we need to do is center the paragraph where we want the picture to be inserted, because when we insert the picture, we want it centered horizontally on the page. So what we're going to do is click the paragraph mark below the numbered list, okay, right here. So we're going to click there to move the insertion point there, and then we're going to click the Home tab up on the ribbon, and then click on the Center button, okay, in the paragraph group of the Home tab. And that just centers the paragraph. And then what we're going to do is, to insert the picture, we're going to click the Insert tab up on the ribbon, and then you'll notice there's an Illustrations group on the Insert tab. One of the buttons in the Illustrations group is Pictures. You want to click on Pictures to open up the Insert Picture dialog box. Alright, and all we're going to do here is we're going to navigate using the navigation pane over here on the left hand side. You're going to navigate to the folder where you saved your picture file earlier. Okay. And it really doesn't matter where you save the files for this class. It just matters that you organize them. You save them somewhere where you're able to find them easily later on. All right, so we've got the name of the picture file there selected. Once you've done that, you're going to click on Insert, and it just inserts the picture into the location where our insertion point was. And you'll notice it's centered horizontally on the page. Alright, so we've got that done. If you don't already know what the selection rectangle and sizing handles are as it pertains to a picture in Word, you might look at the Q&A section there on page 1-52. Those are just two things that kind of tell you when a picture is selected. And a picture has to be selected in order to be able to format it. And so that's why it's important to know when a picture is selected. Alright, now you'll notice when we inserted the picture, the flyer is now on 2 pages. The picture itself was large enough that we didn't have enough room for it to appear with the text all on 1 page. And so it moved some of our text to a second page. We're going to fix that in just a minute by resizing the picture. But before we do that, we're going to need to see the entire document page on one screen on our computer. So what we're going to do is click the View tab up on the ribbon, and in the Zoom section you're going to click on One Page. So it shows one page at a time in the document window. Alright, and that's going to allow us to be able to resize our picture a little bit easier. Alright, with the picture still selected with the sizing handles and the selection rectangle around it, we're going to click the Picture Tools Format tab up on the ribbon, and that tab just has commands on it that relate to things you can do with the picture to format it. Alright, and once we've done that, what we're going to do is point to the lower left-hand corner sizing handle until the mouse pointer changes to a double arrow, and then we're going to drag the sizing handle diagonally inward until the lower left corner of the picture is positioned as shown in figure 1-83 on page WD 1-54 in your textbook. Alright, so we're just going to resize the picture, and don't worry about if you're getting it exactly right now, because we're going to make sure that it's sized correctly in just a minute. Alright, so just kind of size it enough to where the entire flyer is on one page. Alright, and then what we're going to do to check and make sure that the picture is sized correctly, we're going to check its height and width. So if you'll notice over here in the on the Picture Tools Format tab, on the right hand side there's a height box and a width box in the size group. Alright, and so the size of the picture that we want is going to be 2 inches high, or actually, yeah, 2 inches high and 3 inches wide. So click on the height box and type in 2, and then click on the width box and type in 3. And so now we should have a 2x3 picture, and that's what we want. Okay, so just make sure that the height is 2 inches, the width is 3 inches. Alright, once we've done that, we're ready to apply the picture style. Alright, so make sure the picture is still selected, and on page WD 1-55 we're going to make sure the Picture Tools Format tab is still selected up on the ribbon. And in the middle of that Picture Tools Format tab, you'll notice a Picture Styles Gallery. We need to point to the arrow on the right hand side of that Picture Styles section of the Format tab. When you point to that down arrow, it'll give you a little screen tip that says More. That's called the More button. It just what we click on to be able to see all of the various styles that we can apply to our picture. And the style that it wants us to apply is pointed to there on figure 1-85. Alright, so we're going to find it. The one that we want is called Snip Diagonal Corner White. Snip Diagonal Corner White. And kind of use that little screen tip that opens up when you point to the styles to kind of guide you to the right style. Alright, so Snip Diagonal Corner White is what we want to click on. That just changes the style of the picture. And then on page WD1-56, we want to apply a picture effect. Alright, so you're going to make sure the picture is still selected. And then to the right of the picture styles gallery, you'll notice there are 3 buttons there. One of them is the picture effects button. You're going to click on picture effects. It'll open up a picture effects drop down menu. And in that menu, you're going to point to shadow, because the type of effect that we want to add is a shadow effect. And then in the shadow drop down list box here, you're going to find the style that's pointed to there in the picture on page 1-56. It's basically on the very last category called perspective. You'll notice the perspective category is down here at the bottom, and it's the very first one under perspective. It's called perspective upper left. Okay, so you're going to find the perspective upper left. Again, use the little screen tip to help guide you to the right picture effect. You're going to click on perspective upper left, and that just adds a shadow to the picture. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we're done with the picture. Now what we want to do to make this flyer stand out more, we want to add a page border, and we're also going to change the theme colors. Right now the colors are brown, which don't really go along with our topic, which is washing hands and cleanliness. And so what we want to do is change the theme colors to fit our topic. So to change the theme colors, we're going to click the Design tab up on the ribbon, and we're going to click the Colors button, which is over on the right hand side of the themes gallery. Alright, so we're going to click on Colors, and it opens up the Colors drop down list box. And the color theme that we want to choose is Blue 2. So we're going to find Blue 2 in the list and click on it. And basically what that does is everything in our document that we had applied color to, it now changes the color. Alright, to fit the color scheme that we chose. Alright, once we've got that done, on page 1-59 we want to add a page border to make our flyer stand out even more. So to do that, we're going to click on the Design tab if we haven't already got that selected, and on the far right of the Design tab you'll notice a Page Borders button. You're going to click on Page Borders, and that opens up a Borders and Shading dialog box. In the Borders and Shading dialog box on the left hand side under Setting, you're going to change it from None, which is what it is right now, to Box. So you're going to click on that second Setting option under the Setting category. So Box, and that all that does is that makes sure that our border is all the way around the page. Alright, once we've done that, we want to click on the color arrow right here and apply the color that you see there in the picture on page 1-89. It points you to the right color that you want to choose. The color is turquoise accent 3 darker 25%, which is this one right here. So we're going to click on that. Once we've got our color selected, we're going to click OK to add that page border to our flyer. Alright, now once we've done that, we want to do a couple other things to make this flyer finalized and ready to save and upload. what we want to do on the bottom of page 1-60 is we want to change the spacing before and after paragraphs. Alright, so we're going to position the insertion point in the paragraph to be adjusted. In this case, the paragraph containing the word how. So you're going to click up here on the paragraph that shows the word how. Alright, and we're going to click the Layout tab up on the ribbon. And then on the Layout tab sheet, you'll notice there is a spacing before and after box in the paragraph group. We're going to use those boxes to change the spacing here. We want to click the spacing after down arrow until 0 point displays in the box. So basically we're basically removing all of the paragraph spacing after that paragraph containing the word how. Alright, and then we want to position the insertion point in the next paragraph to be adjusted. In this case, the paragraph containing the word when, down here towards the bottom of the flyer. So you're going to click on the paragraph containing the word when, and we're going to basically change its spacing after to 0 as well. Alright, so you're going to go up here to the spacing after box, click the down arrow until 0 point displays. Alright, once we've done that, we want to position the insertion point in the next paragraph to be adjusted, which in this case is the signature line, which is the very last paragraph of our flyer. Alright, so click on the signature line, or basically the last paragraph of the flyer, and then you're going to change the spacing before to 12 point. Okay, so to do that, you're going to click the up arrow in the spacing before box until 12 point displays in the box. Alright, and then once we've got that done, we're going to, on the bottom of page 1-61, it shows you how to change document properties. It also continues on to page 162. We're going to skip over that. That's not really important for us in this course. And so the next thing we're going to do is save the document, basically all the changes that we made since the last time we saved. So to do that, you're going to click the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. So go ahead and save your document by clicking the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. Alright, the next couple of pages show you how to close the document and then reopen it. To save some time in this video, I'm going to skip over that. That's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to skip over that. The next thing we're going to do is learn how to cut, copy, and paste in a Word document. So if you don't already know about cutting and copying and pasting, it shows you some information about that on page WD 1-66 in your textbook. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to delete a word by cutting, by using the Cut button. Alright, so we're going to double click the word to be selected, which is the word then, in that second paragraph of the flyer. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's the paragraph below. It's the very first numbered paragraph. Alright, so we're going to double click the word then to select it, and then we're going to click the Cut button on the Home tab of the ribbon in the clipboard group. We're going to click on Cut, okay, and that just deletes that word from that paragraph. Alright, next thing we're going to do is learn how to copy and paste. So on the bottom of page 1-67, what we're going to do is make sure that we can see all of the numbered items in the numbered list, and we're going to select the item to be copied, which is the word clean. in that very first numbered paragraph. Alright, so we're going to double click on the word clean to select it, and we're going to click the copy button up on the clipboard group of the Home tab. And then on page 1-68, we're going to position the insertion point where we want the item to be pasted. In this case, it's going to be immediately to the left of the word towel in the 5th numbered list item. Immediately to the left of the word towel, and then we're going to click on the paste button. Alright, and that'll just paste that word clean into that number 5 numbered paragraph. Alright, once we've got that done, we want to go to page 1-69, and we're going to move some text. Alright, using the drag and drop technique. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to select the text to be moved, in this case the second bulleted item. The easiest way to select an entire paragraph is to just point to that paragraph. Make sure your insertion point is in the left margin of the page where the mouse pointer is pointing towards the paragraph that you want to select, and then just click with the left mouse button and it'll select that entire paragraph. Alright, then what we're going to do once we have the paragraph selected that we want to move, basically the paragraph that we have selected is now the second bulleted paragraph. What we want to do is make it the first bulleted paragraph. So we have it selected, we're going to point to the selected paragraph, and then we're going to hold down on our left mouse button and drag the I-beam mouse pointer up to the left of the first paragraph in the bulleted list. Okay, and basically what we've done now is we have changed the order of the bulleted list. So what was the second bulleted paragraph now becomes the first bulleted paragraph. Alright, so kind of just check that. If you don't get that completed correctly the first time, just click the undo button and try it again. Just do it until you get it. Alright, and so we've got basically the flyer completed the way that we want it. The last few pages of the module I'm not going to cover. Just you can just kind of work through that on your own if you want to. Really the last thing that we need to do is click the save button to save this flyer. Alright, with the changes that we just made, and then you're ready to upload it into Miles Arca. Okay, so you can watch the how-to videos in Miles Arca if you don't already know how to upload a document into Miles Arca. Alright, and that finishes Word Module 1. If you have questions, just email me and let me know. Thank you.